Hello, welcome back to the A Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Amir Hamid. Joining me today will be Brant DeBow
Hey there.
and Morris Lasario.
Hey, how are ya?
Alrighty, boys. Let's get into it. We probably had one of the, I don't think I've ever seen anything that went on quite like the fight between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Nope.
People say
That was
that
wild.
the 21st century is soft. But
For the most part, it is. But Myles Garrett will tell you otherwise.
yeah. What's your guys' thoughts on the brawl that ensued?
I hate Mason Rudolph.
It was pandemonium. I mean, that was
He probably did
awesome
the-
entertainment.
He probably did like a good thing for Pittsburgh.
Yeah. But I understand it needs to be a big suspension for Myles Garrett, and
Yeah.
what he did was horrible.
Yeah.
But why is Mason Rudolph not getting anything? He's
I
getting fine.
agree.
He's getting fine, but
Yeah.
come on. You started the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
Regardless of whether or not you got hit in the head with a helmet, you started the fight. You were out of it. There were two guys on Myles Garrett, and you decided to go back.
Yeah.
You're re-inciting this whole thing to go down. It's this is on you, man. Yes, Myles Garrett should still get a huge suspension, but see you, Mason Rudolph. I'm done. Get out.
No, you
Brutal.
instigated the entire fight. That's the thing.
The entire thing. I can't stand it. Just the look of the guy too. I'm just he's the whiniest little prick. But yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't love the what he was saying after it was
Oh my.
he was just pinning. I don't know. Let me try to pull up what he was saying.
Well, he said something about it being
Started when
weak
he
and
used my helmet as a weapon. That
Yeah.
was-
No, there was a quote before it. He said
Oh.
something about what the hell was it
One second,
exactly?
I got it.
Basically, he was just saying that Myles Garrett was soft for what he did. Which, you know what, buddy? Take the pads off. Go toe to toe with him. I dare you.
I mean, it was a bonehead play, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
I wouldn't.
If you're
Mason
swinging
Rudolph-
arms with if you're swinging arms regardless, if he
Yeah.
happens to have a helmet in his hand, he might as
Yeah.
well use it.
Yeah,
But I mean, still, it's
it's bad, but
it's a silly and boneheaded play on his
Yeah.
part. But I mean, you know how tempers can rise,
Especially in football. Especially in football though, because it's the most primal sport. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I don't think anyone can be surprised by anything that happens. If
No.
you the adrenaline level in football is different than all other sports because it's the only one where you can win the Super Bowl and then you go back to the locker room and everyone's quiet just because they need time to unwind because they've just been on such a high playing in the Super Bowl that they just don't have it in them to celebrate crazy in the locker room like you see every other sport do. So I'm not defending what Myles Garrett did. I'm rationalizing how he could do such a thing.
I just don't hate it as much as everyone else because Mason Rudolph's a bitch.
It's what do you expect going at a guy? You're trying to act big
Yeah,
by ripping off Myles Garrett's helmet first.
yeah. Sorry,
And
he's a lot
then-
stronger than you are.
And then
I feel like it would have been worse if Rudolph did that to Garrett because Garrett's just huge compared to
Yeah.
Rudolph. Rudolph
No,
didn't
for
stand a chance, but
No.
for him to have done that on Rudolph is kind of bad though.
Mm-hmm. Brutal.
I'm
Fucking.
trying to find that stupid quote that he said. Can't find it.
It was dumb. It was just along the lines. It was just
I mean,
it was soft.
besides that, I know that was the focal point of the game, but damn,
What a game for the
Steelers got
Browns. What a game for the Browns!
look-
That's
they look
what's kind of
good,
getting
yeah.
lost. I said that the Browns still have a chance to be in the playoff hunt, and they're showing up. They won that Bills game.
They got a game against Miami now, so
Yeah.
they got the win at home. They
It's
get
gonna be tough.
Miami, then they got to take the road game against Pittsburgh Week 13.
Yeah.
So
And it's going to be tough without Myles Garrett, obviously, but they look like a good football team in that game. Their offense was firing on all cylinders, which I
Yeah.
love. Bringing Kareem Hunt back has been huge for this team, but just on the passing game, not really not as much on the run game, but he's another threat to throw to. They have three good receivers at this point. I like it. Team's good.
I got the quote. I know it's Bush League, and I know it's a total coward move on his part.
Coward move.
Which, like, I think it's fine if like people in the media say that,
Yeah.
but for him to say that, can we relax?
Yeah, I
I
don't.
mean,
Not a fan.
Like, you're not a saint for what you did.
No, man. You try to rip
And I
his
think
helmet
that's how
off
he's
first.
treating it.
I mean, he's a quarterback who threw 4 interceptions that game. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he was trash.
Like how
He's garbage.
reputable. I know he was right in the middle of it all, and he's the one that instigated it. But like,
He's garbage.
who's he to talk? Like, I don't know. Like, he didn't have a very good game at all. I know the game was well over.
Yep.
But like,
5
don't know.
seconds left. Piece of shit. I hate him. I hope he gets lit up. I'm really disappointed that Myles Garrett won't play next week against Pittsburgh, though.
He shouldn't.
Or 2 weeks from now. I know, but I think they should just like hold off the suspension, like appeal it or something, and for 2 weeks, and then let him play against Pittsburgh.
I think he should be suspended for the whole season.
He is.
No, I know,
Yeah,
but I think he should be.
No, I think it's justified.
Yeah, I don't disagree with it. If you're trying to protect your players, that's something you can't have, right?
No.
So makes sense.
Do we want to get into the picks right now?
Yeah, why not?
All
Yeah, we
right.
can do
So
those.
me and Brant took the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Morrow
think
took the
so.
Steelers. So that's one loss for Morrow this week.
Mm.
All right, let's get started. Jets at Redskins.
Oh my, we're starting with the best one possible.
The
Yeah.
toilet
I took
bowl.
the Jets. I don't like the Redskins.
tie.
There's not much I like about this game in general. I'm picking a poison here.
Yeah.
Tie.
Oh yeah. So you have no pick. All right. Cool.
Let's go Jets.
I also went Jets.
Thank God.
I think it's just like
The quarterback situation for me is the one that
I'm not even worried about the quarterback situation for Washington. Like,
no. Dwayne Haskins doesn't
No.
look great. He looks
Yeah, but-
okay, but he's not. I think Sam Darnold's better.
no, I agree. That's why I went the Jets. But
Yeah.
like, I just don't think it's as bad.
It's not as big a deal as people are making it out to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jacksonville at Indy.
Mm.
Is Jacoby Brissett back?
Brissett back.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
But
No Ty.
And is Foles
Yeah,
back too?
This one I can flip. Yep. This one I can flip flop
Oh.
over.
I'm going Jacksonville.
I forgot.
about Nick Foles.
I'm flipping my pick. I'm gonna go with the Jags. I'm gonna take the Jags in this one. The
In my
return
other one, I went.
of Nick Foles.
In my other one, I went Indy, but I will go with you guys and say Jacksonville.
Yeah. I trust Nick Foles. I trust Nick Foles with my life.
Buffalo at Miami. Bills.
Oh, let's go
I
Bills.
wonder.
Bills Mafia, baby.
Yeah.
Bills Mafia. I don't
I
know.
would-
Miami
if-
Miami
if,
almost
like-
beat them last time.
That's what I mean. Like, Miami's the best good bad team out there.
Yep. Which is surprising because we thought they were going 0-16 at one point, and
Yeah.
we were
Not
confident
me.
in that. Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
I was fairly
I-
confident in them going 1
made
and
a bet.
15 or 0-16.
That will happen.
Dallas at Detroit.
Detroit's
No
got
Matt Stafford in this one. Yeah.
No.
broken bones in his back. Yikes!
That's sounds kind of
Um,
serious.
So 3 on Dallas
Yeah.
there.
yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
tough. It's a closer game with Matt Stafford, I think, but
Mhm.
it's Dallas.
Kind of want to wait for this one for the last,
Okay.
or at least before Sunday Night Football. That one. But Atlanta at Carolina.
The boys.
Eh,
They're looking
The
rough, but I'm going Carolina.
Panthers.
I took the Panthers also. I
Yeah.
don't feel if Atlanta is what they were last week, then they're gonna make everyone look stupid.
But Carolina's good this year, so
Yeah,
in stretches. They've been bad in stretches, and they've been good in stretches. Since Kyle Allen took over the team, they've been pretty good.
Mhm.
Other than the Niners game, and then like the game against, what was it, Green Bay,
Mhm.
and they were in the Green Bay game. So
New Orleans at Tampa Bay. I took New Orleans.
Yep. Give me the Saints.
obviously Jameis Winston's gonna win it.
Man, the Bucks are the most fun, good, bad team though. Them and Arizona, I guess.
You mean they're the most fun bad team? Because they're not
But
good.
like, so like just thinking, and the Bucks have a decision to make on Jameis this offseason. And you can talk yourself into giving him another year or something
Sure.
Why?
I don't know. 'Cause-
because of all the like mistakes that he
'cause
made.
what else?
You're just like, oh well, if he corrects those, if Matt Gay makes a kick against the Giants, like
Oh, we're giving him the
Then you have
benefit
one
of the
more
doubt
win.
this much.
He has put up a lot of
How
points.
many
before.
years has he been in the league?
Too many.
4?
Too many to be still giving him the benefit of the doubt.
4, I think 5.
We booted RG3 really quick.
Yeah, well, he stopped
And
running.
Marcus Mariota's already done in Tennessee. So
Yeah.
maybe it's
Denver
time.
at Minnesota. Well, it depends where you in the draft, like to get a quarterback.
Yeah.
Denver at Minnesota. Minnesota?
I don't think that's that close.
Arizona at San Francisco.
Arizona at San Francisco. San Francisco.
Yep.
This week doesn't seem as difficult, so
This
I'm going to
week
go 3 and
team-
3 and 11.
Mm-hmm. New England at Philly.
You
Morrow.
guys go ahead.
Oh,
New England.
you have a different pick. I have New
I
England.
don't know. I don't know yet. You both have New England?
Yeah, I took the Pats.
Could I see New England losing this week?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah. This isn't a sure bet, Patriots.
Let
me look at the line.
Am I confident enough to pick the Eagles? Never. So I don't know. I think I got to take New England. That's a risk I just don't really want to take.
It's New England minus 4.5 on the road.
I don't know. I gotta go New England, but I could definitely see Philly beating them this week.
Okay.
For those winning, I just don't have the balls to take them and lose on a game against the Pats.
Let's go back to the game that I really want to watch. Houston at Baltimore. I took Baltimore though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baltimore.
Yeah.
But I could see this one being
Baltimore's good, man.
a high score.
Oh,
A high score.
yeah.
A high score game.
A high scoring game, rather.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I could also. Could you see Baltimore winning the Super Bowl this year?
Yeah.
Like, they're a good team.
Yeah. I don't
I
love
think their
their like,
offense,
defensive line.
the defensive line is probably what's lacking.
Yeah, but their
I like
defense
their
is
secondary.
good enough. And
If they had CJ Mosley, still I'd really like them, but they don't.
Mhm.
Cincinnati at Oakland.
Oakland.
Raiders.
Oh,
for
now
me.
you guys are on the Oakland train.
When it's
Now
against
you can
Cincinnati, yes. When it's against Cincinnati, I'm on the
can't see why
Miami
not.
train.
Chicago at the Rams.
Oh, Rams. Have we differed on anything?
I don't think we've differed on anything. This is,
Nope, nothing.
This is kind of an easy
Yeah.
week to pick. We're probably all going to go 3 and 11.
The only one that we could really differ on is Indy at Jacksonville, or Jacksonville at Indy.
And we didn't.
and we didn't.
I
We
know.
all chose to stay the course.
Kansas City at the Chargers.
See, this
Yeah,
one's
last week I picked the Chargers and they fucked me, so I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm not running around with this Phillip Rivers stuff again. So
Yeah.
But
We
the
were talking
Char-
last night.
the
And the Chargers
the Chiefs
beat
aren't that good.
But the Chargers beat good teams.
Yeah.
They don't
beat the Packers and then they put up an empty against the Raiders.
They slaughtered the Packers. Like they didn't just beat the
That's
Packers.
what I don't
They
understand.
kicked the shit out of them.
They made the Packers look like shit.
Yeah.
And then they go up the next week. I think it was the short week because it was the Thursday game against Oakland.
Mhm.
And they just look like ass.
Horrible.
Phillip Rivers was throwing interception after interception to the same guy, Harris, in safety, and it was brutal. It's like, holy crap. And I think he got one of them called back that game, and it's like, well, not going through that again. Yeah, give me the Chiefs. I'm fine with losing with the Chiefs. I'm that good on not picking the Chargers anymore. Like, I'm done with them.
Agreed. I'm a little distraught right now because Tua just got hurt. Man.
Oh no.
Yeah.
God forbid Alabama doesn't make the finals again.
I mean, all they have to do
What
is
are
win
we
out.
gonna do?
All they
What
have to
are
do is win out.
we gonna do without
they have to do is win
Alabama
out.
in the college football finals? What a world!
I know. You can't have the playoffs without the Alabama invitation, you know?
No, what are we gonna do? Which team loses to Alabama this year?
Fuck,
Or
it looks
my
bad.
God.
It looks bad. He's just he got his helmet knocked off and everything. Except no Mason Rudolph.
Who are they playing today?
Mississippi State. They're up 35-7 and he's in the game still.
Oh, he's in the game still, so he's
Yeah.
fine.
No. Like he's in the game and they're up 28 points.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. I forgot
Alrighty.
college, and you can just rotate quarterbacks like it's
Should we move on to the nihil, the NHL?
no. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So which part do you want to start with first? Crosby being out.
Yeah, let's start with that.
So he's out with a hernia injury. It's surgery to repair that.
Mhm.
The Penguins could be
Was it?
out of
It was like core muscle surgery. I
A
heard.
core
it's a
muscle
hernia.
surgery. So yeah, but it stems from a hernia.
Okay, I wasn't sure what was going on there.
So the Penguins right now
sucks.
have 22 points.
Yep.
They're fifth in the Metro.
Yep.
And
Are they still
by the
clinging to that wild card spot?
They're in the wild card spot. Yeah.
no.
They're not anymore.
No, I swear I just looked at it.
They were.
Yeah. They're in the second spot.
They're the
Leafs
second one.
The Leafs are yeah.
The Leafs sitting outside.
Well,
looking
Because
in.
the
they
Leafs
just-
have
they-
two more
they-
games played.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The Leafs are outside of a playoff spot.
I mean,
Man,
I'm not worried.
so is Tampa.
It's early. Tampa's below us, but they've also
Yeah.
played 16 games, so let's pump the brakes.
16.
Wow.
16.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said 15.
No, 16 games.
Okay.
Pump the brakes.
All right.
They're not that bad.
By the time Crosby comes back, the Penguins could be out of it.
Yeah.
that's a high possibility.
I mean, Malkin usually steps it up when Sid's out, but we'll see. They don't have a lot of team around Malkin, and I don't know if Malkin can shoulder the load. But we'll see. Jake Gensel's still pretty good. Malkin's a damn good hockey player, 101st best hockey player of all time. Yeah. I don't know. They'll be okay. They weren't pegged to be a good team to begin with, so I wouldn't be surprised if they fall off the face of the earth. But maybe Matt Murray steals you a bunch of games for how long is it? 6 weeks?
Well, it's gonna be hard too. They don't have Letang either, so I mean they're weak on the back end, weak at the top. It's gonna be a rough stretch.
They're used to not having Letang though, so that's one thing they can deal with. It's just having both of them out is kind of tough.
Yeah, sure.
It sucks.
Boo-hoo.
It sucks for
Boo-hoo.
it sucks for the NHL to not have Sid in it. Because
yeah.
Whether Pittsburgh's winning or not, it sucks that Sid's not here. Bottom line.
Okay.
Well, no, especially because it's the Hall of Fame weekend, right? Like this week, they got all the guys coming in.
Mm-hmm. Are they?
I don't know if they're. Are they in?
They're in Toronto.
I think they're in Toronto.
They're in Pittsburgh.
They're in Pittsburgh.
Are they in Pittsburgh tonight? Okay.
I was debating buying tickets
Yeah.
and going, but it's at work, so. Oh well.
Okay. So I was listening to Puck Soup, the one with Greg Wyshynski, Down Goes Brown, and Ryan Lambert.
Okay.
And they gave like a top 10 list of potential replacements for Don Cherry on Coach's
There won't
Corner.
be.
Yeah,
There shouldn't be.
There won't be.
but some of these are just interesting
Okay.
because they want to build like the next, pairing. A couple of them given David Amber and Brian Burke. I like that one.
Yeah.
Carolyn
David
Cameron,
Amber, yeah, but not Brian Burke.
Carolyn Cameron and Paul Bissonnette.
I like Paul Bissonnette in there, but
I think it's too early.
I think they're gonna give that shot to Carolyn Cameron. Like now that you bring it up, I feel like she's definitely the person to do it.
I think
I don't know. She's already taken that step from the Sportsnet anchor to now basically all Hockey Night in Canada related stuff. Like if there's anybody that's gonna be like
I
whatever,
think
like
it's
the
Amber.
first female
I
on the
think
Hockey
Amber's
Night.
the replacement. I think Amber's the replacement for Ron McLean, though.
I don't think Ron McLean gets replaced.
Honestly,
but
if you pair those together, Carolyn,
No,
that
I
might-
agree. No, I agree.
I
that,
I don't understand why we're so quick to replace Ron McLean.
Well, because I don't know if they want to go. Like there was the big conversation of whether or not he'll even be back.
Why wouldn't he? He loves the job.
well, he
loves
also does still
everything
the
he does.
hometown hockey, so maybe they push him over to
exactly.
just doing strictly that.
Exactly.
He does the
Yeah.
Sunday broadcast too.
Yeah. And I don't think that you necessarily need him. I agree that like for the idea of Hockey Night in Canada, like his voice is synonymous with it.
Mm-hmm.
He's
But
also
I think that they do want to like usher in a new era.
maybe. I don't see it. I don't think they after all the anger behind
I don't
Cherry
think they
getting
do it
fired,
until
I
at
don't
least
think
next
you're-
year. I feel like
Yeah,
it'd be too
no, I
fresh
agree.
at this
No, I
point.
agree.
I can't find the tweet, but they tweeted out that they're just not running anything on the Saturday. They're doing like a Hall of Fame segment, basically,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're still looking into how into what they're going to do for the rest of the year. Not even replacing, like what they're going to do as a segment for the rest of the year.
I do like the idea of continuing Coach's Corner, except in a different capacity. Just because I like it being discussed, like the biggest news in the sport or like interesting ideas, and they kind of like reviewed like the week that was. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea. You could go like Elliot and Jeff Merrick still just like do like
31 thoughts, but on Hockey Night.
exactly. But people could think like, oh, that's too much Elliot Friedman. But I'm like, everyone's for the last like 4 years, everyone's been tuning in for Saturday headlines.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because first intermission, no one's watching.
Nope.
But that one you are.
Yep.
Should we go into biggest surprises and disappointments for the year?
Sure.
All right. Does someone want to start off?
So
No.
I'll shoot out one of my biggest surprises, or at least like in terms of just wow, this is what he's done so far. Dougie Hamilton
Yeah, that's a good one.
from Carolina. He's got like 21 points in 19 games. He's like I think one of the only other defensemen right now on like a point per game base aside from John Carlson.
I was gonna say that's my biggest surprise is John Carlson.
Yeah.
Because
But
like yes, we know John Carlson's good,
Yeah.
but we
Nobody
he's
knew
fifth
that
in
he
the
was
league.
125 points. Yeah.
He's fifth in the league in points right now. Like nobody expects any D-man to do that, and the fact that he's still on this pace, I'm like, good for you, pal. Wild. That's one.
Brant, you got one?
That was my one.
His was
let me pull up-
John. I
let me-
took
I got a
Hamilton.
few, I think.
Uh,
the St. Louis Blues for me.
That they're still
Because-
relevant?
They're second in the NHL.
Yeah.
Not even that they're just still relevant. They're second in the NHL, man. Like this team has lost a handful of guys to injury. They should be on a Stanley Cup hangover, but they're not. Like they're still buzzing. They went on a 7-game win streak. They're good. Like they're still good, and
they're finding ways to
kinda shocked
win.
Yeah,
Bennington's
it's
been
wild.
good. Surprisingly, like everybody said that. Oh, how would it translate from one good playoff run into now
Yep.
being a
Yep.
full-time starter? And he's
He's done it real well.
He's done a good transition into that.
Mhm.
So credit to them and credit to the Blues for finding ways to win.
Mhm.
It's been good.
Okay. My first one is Jean-Gabriel Pajot.
Damn, that was another one on my list. So you guys just took 1, 2, and 3 off my list in one shot.
Right now he has how many goals is it? It's a lot.
A lot of goals, but I know he's at the top of plus minus right now on an Ottawa team.
Is he?
That's pretty wild.
That's impressive.
Plus 19, yeah.
Yeah, he is. Holy
11
shit.
goals, 4 assists.
That's nuts.
It's impressive because I thought, well, Ottawa sucks, and you wouldn't expect anyone on that team to do anything. Like someone's got to score for the team, obviously, but not like that.
But he was playing on like their fourth line
Yeah,
at times.
Yeah,
and I was like, why are you giving an assistant captain to
because he's been there forever.
but a guy that's playing in the fourth line, like
Yeah.
over like Shabbat?
Yeah,
It didn't make sense to me. Because I think that the idea was everyone knew that Pajot had potential, except he just hadn't shown it
yeah.
in any way. And
He always
now
gets. He's been hurt a few times too, and that's always kind of hurt him. Like it
Mhm.
always derails his season, but
Mhm.
he's fine now.
You guys have any others?
Surprises? I
I
have
got-
a couple. I think Vancouver
Yeah.
is one for me that. Like if you look at the top end of the team, it's incredible. The bottom end of the team is just so bad that I didn't think they'd actually compete. But they're falling off a little bit now, but they're still just fun to watch and they're winning games and it's good. I like it.
I had the
I got
Edmonton
the
Oilers.
guys just above them.
The Edmonton
So-
Oilers. Or
Well,
Phoenix.
I
Or-
have the
yeah.
Coyotes, but
I
the three
didn't
teams
go
in the Pacific right now, I think you can all make a great case as surprises because
Yeah.
I
realistically, like
still
coming
don't
in, you
believe.
didn't think.
I still don't believe that the Oilers are what they are right now.
I mean,
Mhm.
if McDavid and Draisaitl get you a goal each night, like
Yeah, they have 76% of their goals this year. 76%. You can't count on two guys to score 76% of your goals all year long. That's not going to happen.
I don't know.
Hold on,
Watch
let me
me.
just point out. Time on ice per game. They each play like 22 for Draisaitl, and McDavid plays 22 on average per night.
What a foreign
mean-
fucking concept, eh, Mike Babcock? Play your best players for over 20
Play your
minutes.
best players for the majority of the night,
What a
especially
thought.
on nights where you need to catch up and
Who
score
would have
against your
thought?
bitter
He
rivals
did
at
he
home.
did double shift Matthews once in the third period yesterday.
He still got 19 minutes of ice
He double
time.
shifted. You know who else?
He was
double-
playing the fourth line with 3 minutes left.
To
Nick
win a draw, relax.
Nick Patan was on the ice for two different lines. I don't know
Oh,
if
that's
you picked
because
up on
Trevor
that,
Moore.
but he played on the fourth and he played on the third.
Yeah.
I love it.
Trevor Moore
love
left the game,
that
so I
kid a
don't know
chance.
who else you're gonna throw in there.
Just rotate those wingers through other lines.
Yeah.
If you don't like Spezza, just don't play him.
But like he was
Isn't
rotating
playing
them through
center?
pretty often. Yeah, just let
Yeah.
them take a rest. Here you go. Put Mikheyev in periodically. I thought it was crazy they put Patan. I love it.
I had John Carlson also. I have Anthony Mantha.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's fair.
That's been a good one.
He's broken out. And I have Andrei Svechnikov just being this good this early.
Yeah,
We kind of mulled over Arizona too. Arizona's been a wagon, like
they've
quietly.
been good.
I don't believe in them.
Dude,
I
they're
don't know.
good.
I don't know how much
They're
I
a good
believe-
team. I believe in
but-
them a hell of a lot more. Go ahead.
They finally
I
got
believe in
like
them.
2 solid lines of forwards, right?
Yeah,
like
I
and
believe in
Gal-
them a hell of a lot
Galakowski,
more
I don't know
than
where it's coming from, but his resurgence has been great on the back end for them. Like he's got a bunch of points and he's putting up some solid defensive play. And I mean, I don't know how deep of a run they can make, but I could see them pulling into
They-
1 or 2
they could
of
be a
the
playoff.
wild card spots.
I could see them being a contender in that division, just because their goaltending situation is really good, and their depth is incredible. Like top.
I
to
could
bottom.
see Vegas passing the at least 2 or 3 of them, of the guys we listed: Edmonton, Vancouver, and the Coyotes,
Mhm.
and maybe even Calgary. But especially after the Brody thing, that's kind of
That's
something
frightening.
that
That's a scary situation.
So
Any more surprises? Because then we can move on.
Well, if
Anyone?
I
no,
told
guys,
you, it wouldn't be a
I
surprise.
think we were in sync with a lot of these. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Carlson, Pajot, and Hamilton were mine, and then the Coyotes.
Okay, biggest disappointments. Everyone on Dallas not named Alec Radulov.
Yep. I'd
Sure.
say-
Sagan, Ben.
But
Oh,
they're
and
coming
Rupe
around.
Hintz. But he's
Rupe
yeah,
Ruby Hintz has been actually really good.
yeah, when he's played.
But they're
But
they're coming-
Klingberg, Bishop,
They're
they've
coming
all-
back. Like they're not.
Sagan, Ben.
Yeah.
They had
they
a
all have
slow
been.
start, but they're fine. I'm not. They have one loss in their last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. So they're 6-1 in their last 7.
Mhm.
And if you want to go back even further, they're 7, 8, 9-2 in their last 11. So yeah, I'd pump the brakes on worrying about Dallas a little bit. They're fine.
What about you guys?
Let me pull it back up here. Tampa Bay, and more specifically, Andre
Hi.
Vasilevsky.
Okay. I could agree with the second part. I don't agree with the first part just because they've played
They
16 games.
They've only
Yes.
played 16. I have them on
They-
my list too, but I
they
think
were
it's
also the best team in almost in NHL history last year, and now they're
Yep,
sitting outside
yep.
of a playoff spot. And what's your excuse? You didn't get any worse. You didn't take a deep playoff run. You're not tired. So
Well,
what's your excuse other than the
If
fact
they
that you
have
pulled-
as many games played as the Leafs, they would arguably
right?
they'd
But
be
I'm not.
first in the division.
I'm not all that thrilled with the Leafs either.
No.
And I don't think
I'm saying if they played as many games as the Leafs, because the Leafs have played 5 more games, the Lightning could be first in the division.
Without looking it up, do you know
Yeah.
Andre Vasilevsky's save percentage?
No, it's bad. I have him in
it's
fantasy.
a 902.
Yeah.
Jeez.
A 902 from the best goalie in the NHL. That's horrible. You're not winning enough games to be leading the division if you no matter how many games you play. They're
Mhm.
bad this year. And it's
I
frightening.
disagree.
They're
I don't
bad.
think that they're bad. They'll be
They're
in the
bad.
playoffs. They're
think
they'll be in
this
the
might be
playoffs.
the
They're bad.
this might be the year that they win.
If you're concerned with Dallas, you should be hella concerned with Tampa Bay.
I disagree.
I'm
What has Dallas shown you?
I just told you they've won 9 of their last 11 games. Don't give me
Yeah,
that. Tampa
but I
hasn't
still
gone
think
on
that-
any of those runs. Tampa's won some games here and there, but they're not like they're
Yeah,
not
because they were in Sweden.
beating
went
them
to
for 1 week. It's been a
Sweden.
month in the season. That's it. They spent 1 week in Sweden. The rest of the season has not looked great for Tampa Bay.
Let me look at the point pace that they're
They
on.
also didn't have Braden Point for a majority of that month. Did
Yeah.
they not? They didn't get him until like
he
the
came back
second or
against
third week.
second week the Leafs.
Second week. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I think they'll
Exactly.
have a good chance to turn on. They haven't played the
They're
amount of
still
games. that
ridiculously
they've played.
disappointing. The fact that they're sitting outside of a playoff spot is ridiculously disappointing for a team that was almost the best team in the NHL in NHL history last year. Not just in the NHL last year, in NHL history.
I guess. I got my biggest disappointment. If we're good to move on to the next one,
They're
Just
still
real
in a
quick, they-
102.5 point pace.
They haven't played anyone, man. Look at their schedule. They played so Florida when they were bad and not winning games. Carolina when they were good, okay. Toronto, who knows what Toronto is. Then you get Ottawa, Montreal, Boston's a good team. Colorado was missing at least one of their 2 guys. Pittsburgh, Nashville, who's shaky. The Rangers, who suck. New Jersey, who sucks. The Rangers again, or that might be the Islanders, and then Buffalo, and then the Islanders again, or the Rangers. No, that was the Rangers. Like they haven't had anyone. They're not playing anyone good. They're playing the Rangers and the Sabres. And
Yeah, but
that's
the
where
Metro isn't good.
you're winning. So their wins have come against Toronto, Florida, Montreal, Boston. Montreal when they were in a slide. Boston, congratulations, you won a Boston game. That's
Buffalo.
good. Pittsburgh, 2 against Buffalo, and 1 against New Jersey, 1 against the Rangers. Like those are not good teams you're beating. You're beating teams that you should be beating, no matter who you are. You're beating teams that we should be beating.
Yeah, it's better than the wins that that the Leafs have.
I don't know about that. They're about the same.
Okay. What's you guys' next disappointment?
my biggest disappointment this year is Blake Wheeler.
Ew.
He's got
Yeah,
10 points in 20 games, and he's coming off of back-to-back 91-point seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on pace for like
I was
fair.
thinking of trading for him in fantasy.
He's at this point in fantasy, he's definitely a buy low candidate. But I think the line that they were running last game in Winnipeg was Connor, Shifley, and Line, and they were just going off. They got like 3 points each or something.
3 points from Line and 3 points from Shifley, which is huge.
So this could bring up like an existential question about this.
Mhm.
But when you fleece someone in fantasy, do you feel bad?
No.
Because I'm just like
Kind of, but I mean,
so
No,
because
I
like
wanna win.
so from the trade that I initially did, the Gaudreau and Shifley for Pasternak and Evander Kane.
Mhm.
Pasternak's like 1 or 2 in the league, and Evander Kane's like 16th or 18th.
Because he hits a lot and puts up pimps.
It pimps, yeah, and scores goals.
Yep.
And Gaudreau is like 50 or 60th, and Shifley's like 90th or something. And I'm just like, shit, I feel bad, bro. I'll give you like Anthony Mantha because I don't even need him.
Could you without looking tell me how many assists Patrick Laine has?
Oh, he's been good.
does he have like? I'm gonna guess 14.
I got, yeah.
14. He's tied with
Wow.
Riley, Marner, Ryan O'Reilly, Carlson, Burns, Kopitar, and Patrick Kane in
And
assists.
he's missed some games too.
Yep. You know who he's ahead of?
Who?
Austin Matthews
Not in goals.
and Artemi
Corner.
Panarin. No, just assists.
Yeah.
But he's only 1 ahead of Matthews, so that's fine. I'm not worried. Matthews has 13 assists, 14 goals. I'll take that.
Okay. So
Next.
one of my disappointments is injuries. I feel like this year that we've had some of like the idea of injuries. Like I feel like this year almost every big player has been injured.
Except Austin Matthews.
Yeah.
Marner, Tarasenko, Sid.
Tavares, Crosby, Malkin, Rantanen, Landeskog. The list goes.
McKinnon left the game with an injury too. If you want to throw him in there,
Letang, like you guys were saying.
the entire Colorado Avalanche roster that isn't named Nathan,
Like
that they've all been hurt.
bad.
Zibanejad, yeah.
Yeah. After having the hot start, he's been out with like, I think people think it's a concussion.
They never really came out and said what it is other than upper body. So
They never do. Hockey's
Mhm.
weird like that, man. Like you just never hear what injuries are.
Yeah, because the sport's trash in a way. Facts.
The league's trash. I don't know.
Klingberg's on IR now too.
that's
Torrey
another one.
Krug's out.
Kotkaniemi was out. I don't know if we said that.
Yes, Spanish.
Yeah, there's been a lot of injuries. It sucks.
Hornquist. Like it's a lot of guys.
Yeah,
That's
a lot of
it.
big names. A lot of big names have been out. That's a big.
Ruben Hintzke's on IR now. DeBrusque.
Did we say Malkin? Because Malkin was out. for a
Yeah,
while.
I said Malkin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just trash. Like, that's what I mean. Like in all the other years, I don't think that there's been this many injuries. You guys have any more disappointments? I have 2 more.
Me for not waking up on time.
Yeah, fucking big disappointment.
Then
again-
got one.
Then again, he didn't. It's not an over the head kind of move.
You-
Like no one's
it was-
shocked by it.
It wasn't unexpected.
Yeah. We'll go for it, Morrow.
I got a disappointment. The New Jersey Devils.
Boom! Bingo.
Yeah.
That's one of mine.
Yeah, I don't know. I had them pegged as a playoff team this year, and they've just
A lot of
utterly
people-
disappointed.
Yep.
Between Schneider and Blackwood, they haven't gotten the goaltending, and I mean they added Subban, they added Simmons, they added Jack Hughes, they added a lot of pieces to this team, and it's just
They added Gusev from. Was it Gusev?
it hasn't been
Yeah,
there.
good stuff.
Gusev from the KHL, like they've made multiple, and I mean they're like tied for second last in the league with 16 points, and for a team I pegged to be either a third place in the Metro or one of the 2 wildcard spots, they've disappointed big time.
Yeah. One of my disappointments is Carter Hart.
Oh no, that's not who I had. Okay,
I just
Wow.
think he hasn't
He's-
been as good as he should be.
the sophomore slump. It's
and as
real.
a guy that has Vasilevsky and Carter Hart in one of his fantasy leagues, not happy, Bob. Not happy.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit expected. You're a goalie in Philly. That's just kind of what happens.
Except Philly's been good.
I know, but goalies in Philly aren't good.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. This career just does not work. My other disappointment, the San Jose Sharks.
Mhm.
Yeah. Good one.
That team should be a playoff team pretty much every year, and
Should
they're
they?
chilling at the bottom of the league.
Should they?
They've won 5 in a row. But yeah,
They're
like for the
still
most
chilling
part,
at the bottom of the league.
my last one was actually specifically Martin Jones.
Yeah.
It wasn't really expected, or it wasn't unexpected. Like he's been like historically terrible with his save percentage and goals against. So like this is not out of the norm for him. Like I just took him in to pull for wins, and it just hasn't shown until like this last 5-game stretch where they've won 5 in a row. But
So
I mean,
they've won. They've won
time.
5 in a row, and they have 19 points.
yeah,
So
The
before
thing
those
is,
5
like,
games, they had
with
points.
that with that team, like everyone lauds them for their defense, but they don't actually play defense.
No, they play offense on their back end.
Exactly. I don't think you
Can't
can
even do
have
that right
that.
now. Carlson is weak.
Yeah, like Burns doesn't play defense. Carlson, I think, has been a disappointment, especially in fantasy. He's turning it on now, but like, I don't know.
Can't turn his leg.
Yeah, and they've gotten good contributions from
Kind of
like
big deal.
Hurdle and Evander Kane.
Evander Kane has 12 goals. Logan
Yo,
Couture,
I'm telling you, he's fucking sick.
Logan Couture has 15 assists.
When you
15.
initially heard that contract at like, what was it? Is it 7x7?
It's something like that. That's not bad. I didn't hate that.
No, it's good now. It's still because like he scores goals, and the fact that like he's a gritty guy.
Mm.
I would love if the Leafs could afford a guy like that, but they can't. Mauro, what do you think about this swap? Brant disagreed with me.
I think it's stupid.
Kreider for Kapanen.
Did you see what Kapanen did last night?
He has okay.
Did
Kapanen
you see
can-
the move he
He's got
made
no
on
finish.
Patrice Bergeron?
No
He
finish.
scored last night. Get out of here.
No finish. No finish.
okay.
And he has finish, isn't he?
Yes.
I don't know
He
too much,
undressed
but-
95 times
Like,
Selke winner.
Kreider kills
He's trash.
He kills penalties, and he could be a net front presence on your power
Does
play,
Kreider-
which you kind of need.
I'm not mortgaging the future for Chris Kreider.
But Kapanen's. I don't think Kapanen's a part of your future
Well, you're wrong. There's a reason you have him signed for 3 years.
for 2 more years
I don't
after
think-
this.
I
At
wouldn't
3
do
point-
it.
3.4.
And you're not keeping him after that.
Least have
You're not
him
keeping
on
Kapanen
Kreider
after. No. But I know you're not. You're moving Kapanen within the next 2 years. I think that's a done deal.
Why?
Who are you? Okay, because who's
Why
he
is that
starting
a-
over?
That's
Who's
such a
he starting-
value deal on Kasperi
Who's he
Kapanen.
starting over? Who's he
What do
starting
you mean?
over?
Who's he
He's
starting
playing
over?
on the third line.
Who
I think
cares?
that
You're
you can
paying
make
him
him happen.
$3 million. Who cares where you're playing him? That's not the point. You're paying one of the better skaters in the NHL $3.4 million to do stuff like he did last night. When he's on, the kid is firing.
Yeah, but he can't play on his off wing, so he's
Does not matter.
he's
Who
always
cares?
going to
Play
be his he's always going to be suppressed because of the guys that's ahead of him.
Fine. And then when there's injuries, he moves up
Mhm.
into the first line roles. It's not that big a deal. At 3
How
point
much
something
is
million
Kreider
dollars,
making relative to?
4.5 or 4.65, something like that.
And he's a UFA at the end of the year.
You
Yeah.
pay the end of the year. So you're mortgaging the future for
wouldn't-
half a
I
season of
wouldn't-
Chris Kreider, who's
I
not
would
even
hardly
really.
call it mortgaging the future.
You're mortgaging the future a little bit.
Yeah, but you still have
You're
Jeremy
taking away-
Bracco
you're
that-
taking
you have
away
Jeremy
from-
Bracco that could come up and
You're
be
taking away
as
from
good,
cost
if not
control
better.
guys for the next 3 years to bring in half a season of a guy who's you can't even
What-
afford.
What do you gain? Okay,
Nothing.
you're adding an extra million and a bit
You can't.
for
starters.
what extra elements of play does Kreider bring to you that you can't get out of Kapanen?
Better
Not much.
goals.
Like,
No,
Like he can,
Nope.
he's a better finisher.
no.
Better.
He's better in front of the
all
net, but who
around.
cares? No, no, God, no,
You don't think so?
no. Chris Kreider's not that good, man. Like he's
I
good, but
forget.
he's not that
he's
good.
even on the top line
That's
yeah,
what I
in
mean.
New York.
in New York, right? the top line in New York.
Yeah.
Spanish. I put Kako ahead of him. I don't know.
No, like I think that you could have I think you play him with Matthews and then you move to a third line with like more Kerfoot and then Janssen.
No, I don't buy it.
No,
Also, he gives you more grit.
it's a dumb trade. It's
Yeah,
not
I'm
worth
throwing something out there.
It's not worth you can't even afford it, so there's no point. In having
Could you
him come
not
in.
with Marner on LT or on IR?
Yeah, but what do you do when he gets back?
I don't know. Wave Spezza. Wave Spezza.
And but I still don't think you have enough.
Eh.
You
We're-
can't add
we're
one.
away.
You can't add $1.5
Also,
million.
tell me why Frederick Gauthier can't hit like that all the time.
Oh my god, I love that.
It's so fucking
man.
stupid. That's literally his only role. That
You gotta
he
piss
could
him
have.
off. Once you piss him off, that guy's fucking a bully. But
So stupid.
I love him. He's great.
Any more disappointments?
No, the Leafs a little bit.
The Leafs. I was just
I don't want to sound like a homer, but the Leafs and their
Leafs.
power play and their penalty kill and the fact that they haven't fired Mike Babcock and this and that
Yep.
and this and that. Tyson Barrie,
Basically, what
if we want to be picky,
Mhm.
Tyson Barrie, even though he's being misused and they should give him a much better role. He's kind of been a disappointment for what you thought he'd be, but I think he could still be it. I'm not that concerned, but I wish he was more of what we've seen from Tyson Barrie. But oh well. Fire Babcock. Cannon.
Yeah.
So done with that. Man.
Eh.
So done with the man.
I'm getting more and more done.
I've been done. I've been done. It's not working.
What else is there to talk about? Oh, Carmelo Anthony signing with the Portland Trailblazers.
Do we care?
Big news. Big
Do
news.
we care?
I think it's cool.
Like
I think that this almost guarantees like
guarantees they won't win it.
well, yeah.
Because
But
that guy
also-
never won anything.
You remember how last year they had like the special designations to Dirk and Dwayne Wade? I think it's going to be Vince Carter and Carmelo Anthony this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I like doing it.
hasn't
It's cool.
hasn't Vince said
Yeah.
that he still doesn't
Fucking
want
awesome.
it?
No, he's going to get it. Either way. He probably. I would
Nobody's gonna
I
like
don't think he wants to go
get it.
though.
get it.
He wants to earn it. He wants to earn it, not get in there just because.
Well, he's not going to earn it.
Well, obviously, but
good luck.
The Knicks are still
on
thinking
the
that they can
Masai
get
train.
Masai.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's so dumb. Like, yeah, we're gonna get Masai to us so that way we can use that connection he built.
Hey, Giannis. After your organization
If-
did not like Giannis.
with you. Like, give me a break.
Yeah. Fuck the Knicks. They're trash.
Go Knicks. Porzingis came back to New York, right? Or
Yeah, it was fun.
You
It was
give
a
him
fun,
the-
fun game.
I didn't understand that though. Like, he never wanted out. He never
did.
asked to get traded.
Yeah,
they
he-
gave him
he
the
did.
boot.
yes, you did.
No, he wanted to get
No,
traded.
I feel like it wasn't like
Yeah.
relative to other
but-
players who
so
have done
yes,
it.
I agree with you, Moro, in a way, because the Knicks didn't want to offer him a max deal.
Mhm.
So then Porzingis was like,
It's
what
their
the
fault, but he also
So
wanted out.
Porzingis was like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Okay, trade me, or I'll sign my restricted free agency tender at like
Mhm.
$2 million, and then I'll be an unrestricted free agent the next year, and I'll just leave."
Yeah, but it's not as if he wanted to leave initially. Like, they
No,
initiated
no,
it with
they-
him by
they-
not wanting to
I-
give him the max.
Yes.
Like, you're not wrong, but if you're a fan and this guy just asked to leave your team,
Yeah.
I'd be a little disappointed.
Yeah.
Regardless
Like,
of what,
relative to how other players have left teams, like, I don't
Yeah.
see this as his fault at all.
no.
No,
Yeah.
I agree.
And
not
I
wrong.
think he's getting hard done by the Knicks fans. So
Yeah.
it just goes to my whole fuck the Knicks thing. So
Fuck the Knicks.
that was
I
the
don't
whole
know.
point.
I don't understand why you would want to, why you would want to go to an organization like that with an owner like that. It makes no sense to me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yep.
Is
Cool.
that all we have today?
Uh,
I'm gonna go cry in a corner because
fuck the Houston
Two-
Astros.
oh fuck, man.
I know
that
we
shit-
already talked about them. I think, but
Oh, strip
it's just
them.
getting
Oh, yeah,
worse
I
and
saw
worse
this,
and worse
yeah.
and
Strip them.
oh my god, so
Strip
done with
them
that
with the
team.
title. And then if I find out Boston did the same thing the next year,
Strip everyone.
yeah.
Nobody wins World Series anymore. They're all cheating.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
All right.
Bunch of assholes.
I'm gonna go cry because
Bama.
two of his injuries bad.
Bad.
He
Really?
got carted off with a
Nice.
bloody nose and like so he was screaming in pain, like it was a hip injury or something.
Oh.
The doctor thinks it's a right hip posterior dislocation. Hopefully, no fracture.
Cheers to your NFL career.
No, he's fine. And then so before the drive, he was like, "Oh, Saban, let me go out there one last drive," and Saban was gonna pull him out. Yeah.
No,
man.
So Saban, they interviewed him in a minute after it's halftime, and they interview Saban. Saban's even shaking up. He's just like, "Fuck." I'm like, God
Don't
damn
let,
it.
don't let your players coach for you. Bottom line.
Yeah.
Do your own job. I'm just happy to not see Bama in the playoffs.
Hey,
in the
fuck
playoffs.
off. Fuck
It's
off.
about time.
We'll still make it and win.
You know who would help right now? Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I'm okay with
Bye, Bama.
All right.
Bye.
That's it for this week.
Goodbye.
We'll catch you guys next week.
Goodbye.
See ya. Peace.
Oh, it's time to go.